Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, passing could be at a premium as we've got a pair of defenses that rank in the top 10 in fewest pass yards allowed. It's the Panthers going up against the Jets.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down following the run. Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man, it's the rookie Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go back to Stewart on first. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And this one complete right side to Funchess. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Greg Olsen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Here's McCown. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. First carry for Matt Forte. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. McCown now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a toss. This is Forte. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, But, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
On second down, here's McCown. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
On third and long, it's McCown. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This one taken from the 7. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
From the 50, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Newton on third down. Got his target, Samuel. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
McCown throwing on 2nd. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Let's go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now Newton under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Bruce Carter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. They start on the ground with Forte. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really, the offensive line not helping him much. McCown to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. Third down here.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Green 39! Green 30! Watching that body! Body!
From the gun on third, McCown. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
This is Stewart again. And an alley to run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try the air now with Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Newton, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first down, McCown. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
McCown. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun here from McCown. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now McCown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Stewart on first down. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ed Dixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
try again on second down. He'll rifle this one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down, they run with Stewart. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And an update from up in Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, it's McCown. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
All right, here we go.
On first down, this is Forte. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On the draw, McCown leaves it to Forte. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Working from the gun, McCown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Big in, big in, big in. Great. Set. Set with E. Shit.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The toss play, Stewart. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 1st and goal from the 8. Jonathan Stewart, his 20th carry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Again they run, again it's Forte. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's McCown to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And an update from up in Foxborough. It's the Dolphins. They're looking to pull off the stunner. They lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Panthers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Anderson, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go again with Powell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing now is McCown. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Set. 319. 319. Hot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. 3-9. Detroit. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Back.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. first down. This is McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Now Anderson. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Right around the 31. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
So 2nd and 10 here. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball on the play because there was no space to go. So then I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
Stewart on the counter. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This will be fielded at the 6. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Here's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
Here we go.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On third down. That's Stewart. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Jets on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Rush comes and they block it. Pressure coming, and this is and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
This is the running back, Powell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
On third down, that's Powell. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on third. 41 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.